Missing people, millions of slaves. Why do so many go missing in the USA and worldwide? People are kidnapped in national parks. We are talking children, little girls, boys, babies and grown-ups. How could so many go missing? Theories range from hundreds a year are abducted by space programs or chose to go off-world. If that is the case, are there human aliens? Like Star Trek. Most of these people return home. Be aware when you entertain strangers that you might be entering angels unaware. But that is not where all the missing people into the millions go now. There is no one answer to it yet. There are multiple ways and places where they are at, but it's all slavery. First, people will say sex slaves, human trafficking, or some people join gangs and don't want to be found. Others are forced, but that is not all the millions of people. One theory suggests underground bases, which we know government works underground, and there are underground prison camps. Who in their right mind would blame our government? The answer is simple: world crime organizations. Smugglers is the key. The smugglers have to transport them, fly them, drive them. Boats, trains. Why would our government allow it? These smugglers need bases underground, above ground. How do they get away? They use crime and pay cities to look the other way. They think they are looking the other way to drug dealers that work with corrupt cities, gun runners, or military shipments, black ops, illegal aliens, drugs, and other secret legit shipments that have to be kept secret. People on these protected routes and get corrupt cities to do road work to only allow semi-tucks through during road work to secret routes, or allow you to tunnel and have access. A pitchman will give a signal and let the illegal smugglers in their ranks. The worst that can happen is you let the drug dealers get caught, or they pretend to be a trafficker with sex slaves. Small story: and when innocent people are kidnapped and missing in slavery, slaves for the criminals' business to work for their illegal goods, trade, black markets, underground empires worldwide, controlling our governments with population control, corruption. This is the reason guns, drugs, go to the street, and there are gang street homicides, people in slums living a slum life, and that's why people are dying, shortening lives, disease, bad health. They hold our governments hostage and own them and run the justice systems. Corruption that does torture, abuse, and stockade millions of people and pocket the money from the prescription drugs, calling people crazy that aren't a contaminant. The waters commit terrorism, vaccinate children with viruses and poisons, toxins, and irrationally treat them, causing them harm, disease, sickness, swelling, growth stunted, craziness of being hurt, heavy metals. A solution: substances that prevent and cure diseases and things makes children, everyone super healthy. I'm not against vaccines, but we should create vaccines that aren't bad. A copy of vaccines artificial but works the same. Figure out to substitute the modernizing of the recent world's better period. Partially stop diseases, cleaner water, food, better hygiene, inventions, civilization, blessed by God, and today's modern doctors. It should be a person's choice for any drug substance to steal their natural body functions and the way their brains work naturally for everyone. In fact, it shouldn't be an option. It's a great way to keep some of the slaves and abused quiet. Mental health treated in their fitness, making them fat by side effects from that and prescription drugs, antipsychotics, which they're put on ladder to do the same damage again. Innocent people. That's the shadow government which allowed the selling of aborted babies' body parts, Planned Parenthood, genocide of over 50 million perfectly healthy babies and hundreds of millions worldwide, making a woman crazy to allow it. When they could have kids, find aid efficiently, give women special drugs. The women today are more emotionally upset than they were before this started in history, starting with feminism and Margaret Sanger, who wanted to abort children, killing minorities off so more of them would get abortion or murder. It goes back to Hitler, racism. John F. Kennedy was against Japanese abortions, one-child policies. He was against hiding our records from the public and secret fake government groups controlling the world and crime. This abusive system that destroys families, population control. It's all tied in. When cops arrest just for emotional arguments, minor things, to young teens, so they can destroy super fit America. Obese, unhealthy dying population. We are healthy enough with clean food, we could be younger for hundreds of years or forever. And exercise with no diseases. Unless there are man-made modern advancements, today's people could live beyond their current lifespans. But they don't want them fit, healthy. They want us all dead. Genetically modified food to be harmful to today's super kids. Toxic water treatment and poisons sprayed on vegetables. Toxins in the air from pollution chemicals in planes. And things. Global. Secret pollution engineered things put into the atmosphere that change it. Nuclear and other secret things pumped into the air. Bombs and space tests breaking our atmosphere up. No wonder people can't breathe to feel the best and the strongest to run their best and get stronger, healthier, youthful, vibrant, and we have more radiation. Also the threat of people being able to kill you in war. A bomb. Weapons with microwaves radio signal affecting the mind. From secret illegal experiments. Or drugs, how advanced could we be? Everything could be perfect for everyone. Rich, we could save Africa and others where people die starving and of thirst, with diseases. And with technology all needs could be met. A rich world blessed, no struggle and no hard work, but we have been held back by lies and politics, not recognizing evil for what it is, not coming together for what we agree on as people and what is right, the truth. And losing what we have. Wars, yes, to beat evil, but there is a better way, simple technology to beat evil and empowerment of everyone. With truth, freedom, diplomacy, and peaceful force changing people's minds. Making friends, helping each other and love your enemy, value all life. Everyone can be helped and saved from occupation of government's secret forces aligned with criminal evil to kill worlds of many factions. Secret government torture for mind control experiments. Underground stop all walks of slavery. People being sold. Chained in Africa still today. Women sold for sex slaves. Killed worldwide. Everywhere poverty is a result of this bad world order and disease, illness, cancer. The drug epidemic. Killing people, destroying their health and pills. Withdrawing alcohol, tobacco. Forced injections. And bad practices. Crazy actions creating suicide, cutting, immortality, and an immoral way of treating self and others. Bad practices while the global elite pass laws to control abuse and harm its people. Control their lives and make them slaves, stealing from us. We forgive you, but we will stop you from stealing our happiness and well-being, freedom, our lives, and peaceful rights to think, to touch, feel, act, love, and enjoy what freedom we have. We will free the slaves, and arrest the evil doers and house them, rehabilitate them, place the world better, as best we can as citizens of Earth and this universe. You're going to give an account, and not be able to hide it, with people over government for accountability in government, keeping each other in check. So do your job by raiding and cleaning up crime. Freeing the slaves, I'm sure it goes deeper, so let's expose it and learn more and open people's mouths, not afraid to speak out. Protect people's right to defend, and not be targeted. To reset the devil. Peaceful people that could defend and win, but they let the authority kill them. A bad authority says it was a struggle. These disguised kidnappers blame you. Notice. You wouldn't believe it if they actually tried your physiological warfare. You think you're strong, you're weak. Give the people the right and the peaceful technology to defend themselves, like slime ball guns that bind an attacker, and have the military, police, and all public use them to defend themselves. Military slime bombers, high-tech slime, and also focus on better technology to cure disease, wipe it out, restore people's lives in better living and environment, and new substances for mental health that are good, and better vaccines, medicines, natural, super, and for treating water. and natural food non-GMO. We need super high-tech towns, homes that clean themselves, and automated robots, energy technology that gets rid of germs, high-tech superfoods and drinks, and clean hygiene at jobs in the waters, airs, and the energy of Earth. On the ground, no poison, pollution anywhere where we live on this planet. Clean up everything with high-tech filters, separate and vacuum up pollution, poison, and replace current systems with new sources, new super substances to treat and extract pollution and bad energy that is weighing on people from cell towers, radio, TV, energy signals. Pollution, clean it up, block it and where we sleep. Pollution from cars, plants, factories. Oil, replace with electric, solar. Highways. Upgrade old technology underground and filter the bad energy. Create healthy energy everywhere. New materials, healthier science, high-tech super substances, new materials, and tech for upgrades to hospitals. Make it cheaper so more will improve health and be fit, with excellent well-being, like going to a spa or mineral spring. Healing sounds, iterations, fields for setting bones, chiropractic, energies. Vaccines are bad, some are not as bad. Just listen to this from the Centers for Disease Control CDC website. What's in vaccines? As of year 2015, excipient and media summary. Excipients included in U.S. vaccines by vaccine, in addition to weakened or kill disease antigens, viruses, or bacteria. Vaccines contain very small amounts of other ingredients, excipients or media. Some excipients are added to a vaccine for a specific purpose. These include preservatives to prevent contamination. For example, thimerosal, adjuvants to help stimulate a stronger immune response. For example, aluminum salts, stabilizers to keep the vaccine potent during transportation and storage. For example, sugars or gelatin. Others are residual trace amounts of materials that were used during the manufacturing process and removed. These include cell culture materials used to grow the vaccine antigens. For example, egg protein, various culture media, inactivating ingredients used to kill viruses or inactivate toxins. For example, formaldehyde, antibiotics used to prevent contamination by bacteria. For example, neomycin. The following table lists all components, other than antigens, shown in the manufacturer's package insert, PIA, for each vaccine. Flu shots have bad stuff in them too. Sometimes vaccines and shots give people illness and make them sick and swell up. We don't know what bad illness they create on the brain's well-being, so don't let your kids take bad vaccines and drugs that are bad and lots of injections. Definitely not the dozens of them for every child. The parent knows best in this case, but if there is a disease breakout, which we pray not in Jesus' name, getting vaccinated or drugs and shots would be wise. If they are good and work to prevent, cure, and help is fine. But even they admit that they can't know if the vaccine will stop a virus altogether. So we need other options for prevention treatment. But use wisdom. What's right for you in your area. Things in some form that are used in embalming the dead as of year 2016. Sometimes are used in vaccines.